Hello everyone, I am G. Francis Y. Vijano, a BS Ed student in St. Francis College, Guhulan. Today, we're going to talk about the different test construction. The different test construction. We have true or false test, multiple choice test, matching type, completion or supply type test, and essay. True or false test is a binomial choice test because it has only two options. Students may answer true or false. Some teachers would change it by letting the students answer check if it is true and X if it is false, or in any form they like. It depends on how the teachers will make a strategy in order to refrain students from guessing the answer. Using modified true or false test can offset the effect of guessing. Here are some guidelines in constructing true or false items. To reduce rote memory in studying, avoid using similar statements from the text or quoting verbatim. Example: true or false type test is a binomial choice test because it has only two options. What do you think is the answer? Well, I think you already know the answer. For this kind of sentence, already gives students clue on what the answer could be because it has a similar statement from the book. Next, the items must be carefully constructed so that the student's ability to understand the language is not hindered. Statements must be well considered that they represent either true or false. Avoid specific determiners or give away qualifiers. Using words like never, no, all, and always should be avoided so that the students will not easily know that a statement is true rather than false. Statements with many, often, sometimes, generally, frequently, or some must be avoided. These are examples of true or false questions. The next test construction is the multiple choice test. Each item in multiple choice test consists of two parts, stem and options. The stem can be stated in the form of a question, incomplete statement, or direction. In the set of options, there is one correct or best option, while all others are considered distractors. Distractors? What is that? Well, distractors are incorrect but plausible choices used in multiple choice questions. Creating this kind of questions can be time-consuming because it is often difficult to generate several plausible distractors. In writing multiple choice question items, we must avoid long or complex sentences, trivial statements, negatives and double negatives, broad generalization, item characteristics that provide a clue to the answer. In writing the choices, we must avoid statements too close to the correct answer, completely implausible responses, and using all of the above or none of the above. Example: which of the following is not true about mitochondria? A. They contain DNA. B. They make some of their proteins. Or C. They are static. This item is using negative phrasing. A better question is as follows. The next test construction is matching type. Matching type is a type of test consists of two columns in which proper pairing relationship of two things is strictly observed. These questions are frequently used to measure recognition and recall, and they are most commonly employed in courses where comprehensive knowledge acquisition is a major goal. More or extra options from which selections are made must be included to minimize guessing. Students require more time to respond to these questions than a similar number of multiple choice or true or false items. In creating a good matching type test, avoid using long stems and options. The stem column must be placed at the left and the option column at the right. There should only be one correct response in each item. The ideal number of items is 5 to 10 and a maximum of 15 on only one page. Example: the next test construction is completion or supply type test. This test requires the examinees to write or state the correct answer as required for every item. It could be identification, labeling, enumeration, and filling the blanks. Here are some guidelines. Items should require a single word or a brief and definite statement. Omit only keywords. Don't remove so many parts that the content loses its meaning and becomes overly mangled. The statement should be written so that the blank is near the end of the sentence rather than the beginning. If the problem requires numerical response, specify the units in which it should be stated. It's best not to quote verbatim from the book. Example: the last test construction is essay. Essay is the assessment of higher thinking skills. Students will have to create and put together their thoughts about a certain topic. It improves students' comprehension and aids the learning process. The students are required to write one or more paragraphs in writing an essay. In preparing essay questions, use essay questions with content and objectives that cannot be satisfactorily measured by objective tests. Be sure the questions relate to the instructional objectives. In scoring essay, you should have an essay grading system so that the students are guided in writing their essay. Evaluate answers to essay questions without knowing the identity of the writer to control personal bias during scoring. Example: That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Peace and all good.